Hello. Today, we're playing GreedLand, um, a survivor-like that I found a demo for. It seems to be made by some Chinese company, I'm thinking, based on the lettering. But, I mean, I can't read it. I could be wrong about that. The reason I'm starting in the menu instead of in the gameplay is because this game has some features that I feel were mentionable uh, in their customization. So I want to show off that before I get into the gameplay and do a run. Um, so with everything, with your armor, you can see you have to level up to do all that. And to level up, basically, you have to do 3 of these little missions. Showing them off there for a second, giving you a second to look at them. Something like that. It's never going to be like these specifically. I'm pretty sure that they're not randomized. They're crafted for each level. The unique thing about this is that with any of your the units that you choose, it doesn't really show it here, but each one of these has a certain number of a certain capacity, and any buff that you might, any meta progression that you might want to equip to your power armor is going to take up capacity. This much, as much as it shows over here. And so I think that's a really interesting take on meta progression. So like, and they give you different configurations, so you can equip different. I have mine set up different over here. This one is it has more things like magnet and radar, and this one is mostly just damage, basically. There's an interesting one. Cost of 1, movement control. Will not be able to move if removed. So like, either you have this equipped or you're a turret for the whole run. I haven't tried doing a run with that not equipped, which I feel like makes sense. But then other ones like auto aim. When I started the game, I just had that equipped and I haven't unequipped it yet. So I could get 6 more capacity freed up to equip other things if I ever decided to unequip that. I just haven't yet. So everything from equipment damage, all damage, critical rate, but it lowers my fire rate by 20%. And to get all of those equipped, I had to unequip things like magnet, like display the damage amount. Like whenever I'm hit, I deal damage to nearby enemies. So you have to choose what it is you're going into a run with, and all this meta progression, it doesn't just apply globally. You have to mix and match based on your capacity, the cost of these mods, so you can design what your runs are going to be like based on what mods you have equipped. Like, did I unequip radar over here? I did. So if anything happens on the map, like some objective that I can go towards, some healing drops, if I have this configuration equipped, I won't see that, oh, there's healing over in that direction because I don't have radar equipped. And like magnet, it's just going to be harder for me to level up as I'm getting through these hordes if I have this equipped than if I have this equipped. So this one, it's mostly about like just making the user interface as easy as possible. This configuration that I have, it's like, oh yeah, I can go into a run and just kind of go through it, and this one's about just doing as much damage as I can while being more poorly equipped. I have thought about unequipping this one, but I'd probably want to unlock a new thing before I did that, because I kind of like how this one is. This is just a demo, so they don't have everything live that is going to be in the final game. Can't upgrade. But there are, I think, I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be able to unlock in the demo, but I'm guessing not too many. Everything feels decent and different to play with, but I can't upgrade any of those. I can't upgrade any of the power armor. And since, like I was showing off earlier with the missions, if I want to level up, I'm gonna have to deal damage with a shotgun. So I think it was midnight. Let me check. Missions, jungle midnight missions one time. So yeah, getting into a run. With weapon upgrades, there's basically 4 types of upgrades that your weapon can get. Fire rate, damage, piercing, and bounce. And then there's all these different equipment slots down here. Fire. So this would fill one of my equipment slots. You can level it up 7 times, and then level it up into its evolved form after that. So it's got 8 levels. And each of these armor suits that you have has a dash and an ability. This one is an ice ring, which I feel is like just good all around. There's penetrate. There's fire rate. I don't really care too much about those. And then with the equipment, the upgrades that they have are all different. Because it is made, English is not the primary language of the developers, some of the upgrades are a little hard to understand. Like for example, there's a grenade and it has attack range, but it's like the radius of the grenade explosion. So it's like the range of the damage of the grenade, but it's not exactly grenade range. But that's something that's just lost in translation, I suppose. So yeah, as you can see, it's another survivor-like game. Enemies come from everywhere and they come at you. You unlock equipment, you evolve equipment, and then you just gotta fight them all off. The timer on this, all of the different missions have different. Well, I mean, I guess it's like 10, 15, or 20 minutes so far with the ones that I've unlocked. And again, it's all limited because this is still a demo. But I feel like there's decent amounts of content. Again, attack range, it's not talking about how far out it'll hit, it's talking about the size of the hit, the radius of the orbital cannon, which is the type of range. It's just, I guess, not the word that people normally use. So yeah, no complaints about the gameplay as far as the Survivor-like goes. I seem to have the one without damage numbers equipped, so this is my attack-based. I couldn't remember which one I had equipped after kind of going through them. So let me know what you think of the upgrade system, other games that you've seen that have unique feeling meta progression. Other demos that you've played that you enjoyed. There was one that I found during Next Fest. Yeah, here's one of those health pickups that that just doesn't show up on my map. And of course, to get it, I take damage like an idiot. Oh well. I forget what it's called. It was a ship-based, like a pirate ship-based, survivor-like. Can't remember the name of it right now, but it showed up on the during the Next Fest, but I never saw like a demo for it made available. I added it to my wish list so I could keep up with it, but I was never able to actually experience any gameplay on it. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that one, as a side note. Most runs that I do, I end up focusing mostly on equipment because I know that my equipment can be evolved at level 8. The gun, as many times as I've leveled it up, I've never like evolved it into some kind of like higher level form, I suppose. But it can be powerful if you just keep upgrading fire rate and damage. And then the bosses, they come in about every 5 minutes. They'll drop, I forget what they call them, some kind of a core, like a power core or something like that. And those will provide either purple or orange level upgrades. So those are pretty commonly the colors used to denote the higher rarity in just about any game. You know, purple and orange, those are the rare ones. One more upgrade on the... No, wait, no. 2 more upgrades on the UAV, 1 more upgrade on the orbital before I can evolve those. And they'll change visibly too. Well, these will. I don't know if the orbitals will. This, so it's boss time. Freeze them. Alright, and now I'll get to show you the Hypercore. Yeah, so these... Quantity of each equipment by 2, except for Force Field and Prism, 50% all damage. This is really good because I think equipment in this game is really good. Oh, more healing. Look at that. Oh, and the healing in this game is the... So when you're doing one of these runs, as far as you get and as many enemies as you kill, that'll give you... I don't see it anywhere. But it'll give you like cash. And then the amount of these that you collect, I think they're called G crystals. Yeah, G crystals. That's just a different kind of meta currency, and you need both of them to... So if you just do a run and you're going through and you're like taking out enemies, you'll get the money meta currency, but you won't necessarily get this. So you... Ever since I turned radar off, I'm like, oh wow, it's really hard for me to find any of this without radar on. So for me to get any amount of this, I have to play with radar on, pretty much. which I seem to have had more of it than I needed for a while, because most of the upgrades, they want more of the money than they want the G crystals. But again, that's at the early point of the game, at low levels, you know, during the part of the game that the demo will allow me to experience. So yeah, going around with 3 different pretty much leveled up equipments. A gun. I haven't ever felt like I was like behind on the DPS curve. And I do appreciate that they have, even in the part of the game that's accessible for the demo, they've got different kinds of mobs, like the kind that shoot stuff at you a little bit faster. Boss types. Most games that I've played, they'll go easy on you in the first area. Like this game has 3 areas. I'm mostly assuming the later areas will be designed to be more difficult. They'll have faster, stronger enemies, more enemies shooting projectiles at you. But this is the starting area, and it has me feeling good about enemy variety and stuff. So yeah, tried this game out, enjoyed it, and figured I'd make a video on it. I haven't actually played Vampire Survivors. For all these Survivors likes that I enjoy, haven't actually played Vampire Survivors. So, or 20 Minutes Till Dawn. I don't think I've played that one either. Those are some classics, and I know I've seen other content creators make videos on those. The mob's getting thick enough, I feel like I can take weapon penetration without just like feeling like it's wasted. And here it is, our first equipment evolution. So now they're red, they're shooting faster, doing more damage, and I won't get any more upgrades for it. Yeah, plenty of equipment slots. I'd probably need to play in like an endless mode, or maybe a 30-minute round or something to get all my equipment slots filled up and leveled up all the way. Any of the ones that are 15-20 minutes, it's hard to even get all these like filled up and leveled up all the way, so there's room for scaling. Well, enough room for me to, like, it's never like I can't scale up to where the enemies are coming in. Because the enemies are always scaling up, how many there are, how much health they have. And I've never really felt like I couldn't scale up with them. Yeah, this is the one attack range. So this little circle here becomes that. So it's the radius. Yeah. I do definitely like chill games like this. That's probably one of the reasons I haven't turned auto aim off. Because just having it auto aim just kind of. Oh, that's right, the explosion at the end. Just having it auto-aim makes the game just, you know, more chill, which is kind of more of what I'm looking for, so I guess playing the game the way that I want to play the game is worth 6 upgrade slots on my mod bank, mod capacity. Vision, it'll zoom you out a little bit. I don't really know the point of it too much. I guess you can choose like a path when you're being surrounded by a mob, like, oh, if I go this way then I won't get surrounded. Haven't ever felt like I needed more vision just yet. Another boss is coming in. This will probably be the last one since it's coming in at 4 minutes till. There it is, the little blue guy. And I'm pretty sure the experience point that he drops just always gives you a level up. Like, I don't think it's like worth a certain amount. I'm pretty sure that just every time you pick it up, you get a level up. Oh, look at that. I found something special on the ground. Without radar. More purple upgrades. Now, with the one that I have equipped, my base is 75% crit rate. Because of those two that I have, the one that gives 50% with it all the way leveled up, and the one that gives 25%. And I don't know if this game has like double crits or anything. So I'm thinking I'm not going to take this one, because I don't know if it's going to, like, I don't know if the first half of it's just going to be wasted. I mean, 100% critical damage. But then I just feel like this would do more if it's getting, if 75% of my hits are being crit, and that's being multiplied by 2 already. I feel like this would just give me more at the end of the damage calculation, since I'm focusing on equipment. So I'll take that one. I do like games that have like crits that feel good. I know some games have had crits that were like times 1.25 or times 1.5 damage. And it's just like, why build crit if it's not gonna like do anything for me? Like games where it's like double damage, or you can like scale it up to make it. Like there's been upgrades that I've skipped past that were like, well, I don't have one now, but plus 40% crit damage, so I can make my crit damage deal, you know, 300%, 400%. But at a base, it's a ×2 multiplier, which is good. Good for a crit, feels good. So yeah, this is the run. I could do maybe another run in another video with, oh, a lot of the shooter boys. With the one with the more information being given, and the less damage. The one where you can see your damage numbers. I could do another run with that. This is a pretty good. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, that airdrop's really nice. Oh, I didn't realize there was a boss at 4 and a boss at 2. Yeah, so just gotta wait for the ship now. Oh, and a note, I suppose. Let me head for as far away from that drop pod as I can. There is an edge to the zone. And skill effect. I'm not sure exactly what that one means. It might be just skill damage. I'm not entirely sure what what that's affecting as far as my skill goes. So there's an edge to the zone, and if you walk past it and you stay outside the area for too long, you will just immediately drop dead. I think as far as the game lore goes, it's because you're in like a power armor suit, and that's as far as the Wi-Fi reaches. So if you go out past that, then like you lose connection. But basically, if you spend too much time outside the blue line, instant death. I think it was my first run that I played on this game, and I was like, I wonder what happens. Found out. But I guess that's how I like to play games. Just try different things, see how they work out. I don't know if these are placeholder, or if they're supposed to look like those bosses. There are kind of a lot of mobs that look the same, but it's a demo. The customization, the meta progression, that's fine. The gameplay's alright. So no more enemies spawning in. I actually didn't get... Oh, and I forgot to set it to midnight. Of course I did. So I'm not going to level up just yet, but I do have one of my... so I can switch my weapon off of shotgun, because I did those 200,000 damage. But I'll have to take orbital cannon again, and I'll have to play midnight actually. So here it is, 500 G crystals gathered. And then because of everything else that I did, it'll give me this cash. So if I go over here, go to equipped. Do I have any that need to be upgraded still? Probably over here. Yeah. So I feel like it's demanding this way more than it's demanding this. So I can... And I've still got 9,000 of that, but I just spent half of my... I don't know what the G is supposed to be, but yeah. Been enjoying this game. And I guess that's it for this episode that I'm making about GreedLand. A demo for a survivor-like made by some Chinese, I think, company. Have a good day. Or don't.